Hi Theatre Addicts, I'm Jenna and I'm here at the Picnic Pavilion at Granville Island for the 2018 Vancouver Fringe Festival, and I'm here watching Training of the Shrew, produced by 1001 Steps. And this is an adaptation of Shakespeare's play Taming of the Shrew, and this is adapted by Fred Ripkoff. So it'll be interesting to see how they adapt it, since this is about a female boxer and she's training to become a boxing champion and gets a coach. So it'll be interesting how it relates to Shakespeare's play. I'm personally not the biggest fan of Taming of the Shrew by Shakespeare, but I am interested to see how this one could improve upon the source material or, be different. Yeah, see you at the show. Hey! So yeah, now I just finished watching Training of the Shrew, and it was a pretty fun adaptation of Shakespeare's play. As for content warnings, nothing too serious. There was a couple of times there was coarse language and there was some violence since there was fighting going on with the boxing and stuff, but nothing that would really scare anyone or trigger anyone, I would think. Though I do want to warn that this play does take place outside at the Picnic Pavilion. So though it is undercover, there's no walls to keep out the cold or the wind or anything like that. So for our performance, or the performance I went to, it was raining, and so it got pretty cold, I must say. And since I'm not wearing proper clothing, I got a bit chilly. So yeah, for a word of advice, if it is not so great weather, if you're deciding to go see the play, to put on layers or dress, warmly. Another thing that the rain did sort of impact was the sound. At the beginning of the performance, the rain sometimes drowned out what the actors were saying. As the play went along, they did improve and they did sort of raise their voices, that it was easier for us to hear, but at the beginning, it was kind of hard to hear. Another problem, I guess, with the set or the space is that the stage is set up on the ground floor, and the front row seats of the audience is actually quite close to the stage. So the rows behind them, you wouldn't be able to see the ground of the stage, and the actors a lot of the time are rolling on the floor, and so are doing actions on the floor, and the people at the back aren't able to see what is happening on the floor at all. So that could be that is an area of staging that could be improved. The set itself was actually pretty cool. They set up a boxing ring as a stage, and so the actors would go in and go under the ropes into the boxing ring and do out there and perform their scene, which is pretty cool. But it would have been better if it was an actual boxing ring where you have the steps up to up to the boxing ring, where it's lifted up and the audience are below and have to look up, and so there we would have been able to see what was happening on the ground of the ring. But yeah, that was just one area of improvement. As for the play itself as an adaptation, it was pretty good. So if you don't know Taming of the Shrew, it's sort of a play where there's this woman, and she, I guess, is tempestuous and has a temper, and kind of no one wants to marry her, and a guy comes in and tries to tame her, whatever. And so this one, in this play, there's a boxer and she has quite a temper and no one wants to coach her, and so a coach comes in and he sort of trains her to be better at boxing and coaches her. And yeah, so it was pretty funny. The actors had pretty good physical comedic action. They did really well bouncing off each other, and there's a lot of lifting each other and throwing things around, and they're catching it, and so yeah, they're really good physically wise, and they did have a good comedic beats. They actually kind of used Shakespeare language, which I didn't actually expect, but yeah, I guess that makes sense. It is a Shakespeare adaptation, so they would kind of want to keep that Shakespeare language to it. Obviously, it's intermixed with boxing language and a bit of more modern day stuff, so it's not like a full Shakespeare talk, but it does take like 5 minutes or so to get your brain wrapped around that they're not speaking like modern day, which is what happens, I find, with all Shakespeare plays whenever I go see them, so that wasn't really something to worry about. All the cast members have like high energy and seem to be enjoying themselves, and they did get the audience involved, and it was sort of like creating that boxing match atmosphere where they got the audience members to clap and cheer when like a match was about to start or something like that. And so that was fun. I'm going to talk a bit of spoilers now, for both Shakespeare's and this adaptation. I did like that they sort of changed it. Like the Shrew ended up with a guy, and this adaptation, I'm glad that they didn't have like a romance happen between the coach and the boxer. Yeah, she allowed him to train her, so I'm glad like they changed that for that. But if you like seeing adaptations of Shakespeare, you'll probably enjoy this show. And yeah, if you like Taming the Shrew, I think this is a cool adaptation. So that's about it. So once again, I'm Jenna, and I'm here at the 2018 Vancouver Fringe Festival at the Picnic Pavilion on Granville Island, and I watched Training of the Shrew, produced by 1001 Steps Theatre Society. And yeah, if you've seen the show, comment below and subscribe to our Theatrics YouTube channel, and check out our website for more interviews and reviews. Yes, see you around. Bye!